Today, we are talking all about getting a job with the UN, NGOs, and international organizations. So, without further ado, I think we just get started right away. Now, I am guessing for a lot of you, this is probably not your first seminar or training to attend. The first thing I want to mention is that if you have failed to earn more money in the past, it is not your fault. There is a lot of information out there and it can be confusing. Many a times, that information overload is what keeps you from success. And it's okay. If you have been concerned in the past that you just can't succeed in employment, I want to put those fears to rest. You just need the right person to explain it to you. The society, on the other hand, has perpetuated the message that you need to be an entrepreneur for you to be successful. And anytime you introduce yourself as an employee, you are looked at as a second class citizen. To be true to you, most people are better off as employees. That is where they have the highest, more satisfied, they are more satisfied and have the highest productivity. The big corporations, the education system, the government wants you to think that you need some fancy college degree for you to be successful. I'm here to tell you that they are wrong. They have their own reasons for wanting you to think that, but it is not true. If you have ever thought that the government and the education wants you to fail, you are probably right. They don't benefit from you succeeding. They want to keep you in debt and in need. The difference with us is that we actually care about your success and truly wants to see you living the life of your dreams. So that is what we are here for. I know you have that dream job, that which will give you the highest satisfaction and utilize your full potential. It is my job. I want to show you how to make that happen during this training session. So my question to you is, are you ready? If you're ready, drop that in the chat and say, yes, I am ready. I'm here to show you how to make that happen during this training session. And I'm looking forward to see you dropping that in the chat and saying that you are ready. If you're ready, drop it in the chat and I will highlight some of the comments. Yeah, I can see someone joining us all the way from I can see, yes, I say, yes, I am ready. Arsenal Zone, you're joining us from Kenya. Good. I can see someone here, yes, saying, yes, I am. He's ready. Or who else is here? Somebody is ready. Oh, I'm ready. I can see you. Yes. Good job. Good job. Good job. People are ready. So I won't waste much of your time. I want us to get straight to it. I want you to imagine this. Yeah. You go for an interview, and after attending that interview, you hear the three magic words that every interviewee is looking out for. The hiring manager tells you that you are hired. Now you start working for that organization, and at the end of the month, you get a payslip that looks like this. Now, this is Kenya shillings, but to give you a general idea, just divide by 100 to get it in US dollars for you to convert it maybe to your currency. So your basic salary at the end of the month is 180,000 Kenya shillings or 1,800 US dollars. Your house allowance 50,000, medical allowance 25,000, your community allowance 50,000. You end up with Kenya shillings 270,000 Kenya shillings in your bank or 2,700 US dollars. How would that make you feel? Yeah, how would that make you feel? So I want to ask you this question and drop the answer in the chat. What does a six-figure salary mean to you? Because I have asked this question several people and I get a variety of answers. And I want to know from you, what does it mean? Is it financial freedom? Is it about taking your kids to good school? Is it about being able to invest, giving back to the community, buying your dream home, buying your dream car? I think all these are correct answers. There's none that is wrong. So I want to know from you, what does a six-figure salary mean to you? Okay, the comments I'm getting here, people still saying they're ready. Yes, I'm ready. I can see people are ready. But my question to you is, what does a six-figure salary mean to you? Is it financial freedom? What is it about? Oh, thank you very much. I can see one comment here talking about stability. Yes, financial. This speaker gives you stability, financial freedom. I can see Margaret. Thank you. I can see someone else, Sarah, talking about financial breakthrough, investing and living a good life. Totally ready, sir. Okay, you're talking about someone there, Samuel. Thank you. You're talking about freedom and grace. I can see you're talking about stability. A lot. Yeah, thank you. They are coming in all different types of answers. And It is good for you to understand what a six-figure salary means to you, because once you start pursuing it, you are not chasing after the wind. You're clear what is it that you want to get. When I was preparing this presentation or this training, I was trying to target two types of people, and I hope you fall in one of these category. Yeah, the first one is a professional who wants to get a job with an NGO, the UN, or international organization. So if that is your dream, to work in an NGO, to work in the UN, to work in an international organization, you are in the right place. The second kind of person I really want to help during this training session is someone with or without a degree, and they are feeling stuck in their career. Are you feeling stuck? You feel like I have more potential that I am using right now. I'm not using my full potential. I don't know how to move on to the next level. If you fall into any of these two categories, you are in the right place. And if you don't fall in any of these categories, I think I would just invite you or ask you, you can leave at this point, because you might not get so much value from this session if you cannot identify yourself in any of these category. My goal is to tell you the only way for you to get these jobs with the NGOs, the UN, is by acquiring what I call the badass pro skills. And the badass pro skills, you can only acquire them through a program called the Badass Pro program. And I'll talk more about that towards the end as we finish this session. For those of you who are seeing me for the very first time, you don't know about me, maybe we have interacted on email or the internet. My name is Daniel Mutuku. I am the founder of Career Point Solutions. And over the last 10, almost now 11 years, because we started in 2010, I have been blessed to work here at Career Point Solutions under recruitment as a career advisor and also as a personal and professional development coach. On top of that, I'm a certified digital marketer by Google. Among other groups, I am a very proud member of a group called the League of Young Professionals. I'm also an author of 4 books. The first one was how to easily use Facebook for profit so that you can earn extra income or extra cash even on a part-time basis. The second book I published was The Blueprint for Success, Guaranteed Steps to Achieving Anything. And we still have these 2 more books that I'm giving. Actually, I am still giving these books out for free. Conquer the Year Ahead, Makes the Next 12 Months Your Best Year Ever, and the Ultimate Cover Letter Guide. Yeah, 101 sample cover letters for all professions. If you download this book for free, you can get at least a cover letter in your profession. 2 questions to set the pace for the rest of this conversation that we are going to have. I want to ask you, and I want you to drop in the chat. Yeah, will you let me be your coach? Will you let me be your mentor? Will you let me guide you and coach you in the next, let's say, 45 minutes? If so, say yes in the chat. If you are giving me permission to go ahead and coach you, to guide you and tell you, like, let it be like a serious coaching session. Thank you very much. I can see someone here saying, yeah, thank you for the permission. I can see Daruko, you're saying yes. Hopefully I pronounced it correct. Yes, I can see more people saying yes. And the second question, by the way, you can say now yes times 2. Will you let me tell you the truth, the hard truth, even if that is not what you want to hear? Because I'm not here for you to like me. I am here to tell you the truth. Yes, I can see. Yes, they are coming in. Yes, brother. Thank you. Someone following on Facebook. Samuel, or yes, why not? I can see someone on YouTube. All over the place. Kyle, yes. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I can see the permission has been granted, and this is what I intend to do, to coach you and to tell you the truth as we go on. To help you understand, let me give you a bit of my job search story. Yeah? Back in 2009, when I cleared my schooling, I started looking for a job, and I got my first real job back in 2010. It took me about 1 year, and I'm glad that it took me that long. Yeah. According to the Bureau of Statistics, they say for a fresh graduate, for a fresh student just from college, for them to be able to secure a job, it will take them about 3 to 5 years. For me, that 1 year felt like forever. And I really sympathize and empathize with those people who stayed 3, 4, 5 years without a job. It's not easy. But once I got the job, something interesting happened. In that coming year, I got over 10 interviews. That is almost an interview every month. But the sad thing, I was not securing a job after going to all these interviews. Then came 2011, and it was an opportunity, and I said, I must seize this moment. This is like my dream job. At that particular point, I was working with the Computer for Schools Kenya project, where I was the computer tutor somewhere in Siaya, that is western part of Kenya, and there was a job here in Nairobi. It's an international school looking for an ICT teacher. And I said, I must go for this interview. And when I look back, that is when I started getting or coining this thing called the badass pro skills. Because how does it work? Yeah, typically you will apply for as many jobs as possible. If you're lucky, you get invited for an interview. If the interviewers like you, they give you the job, but it might not be your dream job, but you still take it because you don't have a job. However, with badass pro skills, these are tried and tested techniques that will give you predictable results. Like you're sure if you do this, this will happen. They work for me. I got that job, and I'll give you that story as we go along. But you can see it did not only work for me, not only if you want to become a teacher, but also it worked for Alexander. This is an email Alexander sent me. Take a look at it. It says, thank you. I attended a career presentation last time. This Monday, I was interviewed for the position of liaison officer, Kenya Airways, and Wednesday this week, I got the job. Yeah, he got the job. You can equally get the job. My task, looking at my watch, yes. In the next 40 minutes, I want to divulge these two secrets to you. The first secret is how you can triumph over more qualified and experienced candidates. And the second secret I want to divulge to you is how you can negotiate a six-figure salary. So I want us to play a game, a little game. Yeah? As you can see, this is a very interactive session. I like having interactive sessions so that it's not me just talking. Yeah? Put in the chat, which one would you really want to know? Is it number one, how to triumph over more qualified and experienced candidates? Or is it number two, how to negotiate a six-figure salary? Assuming that we don't have time for both, we can only do one secret today, and you have to pick one. Which one would you really want to know? Is it number one? Put in the chat, one or two. Oh, I can see somebody there saying number one. Daruka, I think I pronounced it correct. You're saying number one. I can see number one. That is okay. Moni, at least I've seen a number two there. Saisi, yeah, I can see Farid. You're talking number one. Okay, another number two, Jeb. Thank you very much. Okay, number one. Anyway, I can see too many number ones coming through, but I can see Melissa, you're also saying number two. That is good. Now, the good news is that we have time for both. So don't leave. Yeah, don't leave. We have time for both secrets, and I'm going to divert these secrets to you right away. Let's start with the first secret. How do you triumph over more qualified and experienced candidates? Now, as I told you back when I was working in Siaya, I came for an interview for that international school. And after that interview, I was so sure that I was going to get that job. And when I traveled back that evening, the next day, it was a Saturday, I remember at around mid-morning, 10, 11-ish, I was walking towards my house. I received a call from this lady. I can remember clearly her telling me, thank you very much for coming for the interviews. I am happy to inform you that we are offering you the job. I was so happy, almost jumping in the middle of the road out of excitement because it was my dream job. But then that afternoon, something a little bit depressing happened because I received a call from the same lady, but this time around, she was having some bad news. And she was telling me that they are withdrawing the job offer. I got a little bit confused and I asked her, why is that so? Yeah. And she told me, actually, let me put it out. She told me that they took my name to the board and the board decided not to pick me because it was a new campus that they were starting and they wanted someone with experience working in an international school, some qualification, and actually taking some student through the international exam, that is IGCSE. I said, wait a minute, I had none of that experience. I had never done anything to do with IGCSE or international education. Yet I was able to beat the other interviewers who had all this qualification. So how was I able to do it? I want to tell you this. As you get into that interviewing room, you have 3 seconds to be able to show these 3 things. The first one, you need to show them that you are as sharp as a tack. Yeah. Mentally acute, clever, intelligent, mentally alert, as in you have your eyes on the ball. This should come straight off the bat. You get into that interviewing room. Number 2, you should be able to show them that you are as enthusiastic as hell, showing and having great excitement and interest in that organization, in that role, and that specific job that you are interviewing for. And number 3, you should show them that you are an expert. You're knowledgeable, you have the skills in your area, no doubt about that. These three things should come straight off the bat. You get into that interviewing room. You have 3 seconds. You might be asking, how do I do this in 3 seconds? Isn't this crazy? Now, let me tell you this. When I started, I didn't know how to do this, but I learned. And this is a learnable skill. And several people have learned how to use that. And you can see even in some of the emails that I get. There's a gentleman called Brian who told me, I am grateful for your service and would like to give you feedback. The CV helped me get 5 interviews. Who get 5 interviews in this day and age? Yeah, 3 finance assistant position and 2 finance officer position. Lucky enough, I managed to secure the finance officer job, which I'm starting in January. Another one here, this is Jeff Crew is saying, hello, Daniel. Thank you for always sharing how to answer questions in an interview. In the beginning of this year, I secured a job that I have been dreaming to be a registry officer. She had dream job. Yeah. Now she's one. Now I am one. Thanks. Thank you and be blessed. Another happy customer. Yeah. Jane saying, hello, you guys. Thank you guys for writing my CV in a professional way. I secured myself a job within few months. I'm happy for the results. My current employer was so pleased with my CV in such a way I cannot explain. I went for 4 interviews and still emerged the best. You can see how magical this can be. Probably you are asking, and I received some of these questions. Yeah. How long does it take? Yeah. This, I think it's a good question, but I want to tell you this. Yeah. This is job market. You are paid for the value that you bring into the market. It takes time to build up the value. It takes time for you to be valuable as an individual. However, you're not paid for the time, but you are paid for the value that you bring in. About office politics. Truth be told, office politics is not going anywhere. I can assure you, office politics is not going anywhere. But I can teach you how you can use office politics to your advantage. Because, yeah, you just need to be very, very wise in how you use that. How do I convince the management that I'm due for promotion, that I can take up more responsibility, that I can, I deserve that promotion? Most of the time, you don't need to convince. That is the wrong question. Convincing someone takes a lot of time and effort for you to think, yeah, to change people's mind. I can teach you how to influence the management, because influence is a learnable skill. Do I need to quit my job? Most of the time, no, you don't need to quit your job. But if you need to quit your job, we will discuss that and we will find the red flags. If they tick, then you need to quit. Is it possible for me? Somebody asked me. I said, yes, it is possible for you. You too. It is possible. So here's the thing. And I'm saying this with a lot of conviction, that it is possible to triumph over other candidates who are more qualified and experienced. True fact. And I want you to repeat this after me. Yeah. I want us to say it together. Yeah. But with a lot of conviction. If you're in a place you can say it out loud, please go ahead, do it out loud. If you're in a place you can't do it out loud, you can just say it quietly. People around you might think you're going nuts. It's okay. Let's say together that it is possible to triumph over other candidates who are more qualified and experienced. True. And it is possible for you to do that. Now, moving on. I want to say, okay, before I go to secret number 2, yeah, let me pause here and check up on you and ask you, are we okay? Are you finding value from this session? Are you grateful that you actually took time this evening to join me in this webinar and probably not do something else? If you're finding value, drop in the chat, just say value. If you're finding this, well, as you're feeling motivated, just say you're motivated. If you're feeling inspired by this conversation, let me know. Inspired, value, motivated, whatever. How would you describe what you're feeling just by going through this first 19 minutes of this training session? Let me see that in the chat. Let me see that in the chat. Yeah, I can see. Oh, somebody saying, yeah, they're feeling motivated. Thank you. Someone is getting value. Someone is getting value. Another one, Golden, you're talking about value. Oh, Priscilla, you're talking about inspired. There's value from Mahemsh. Value, motivated. Thank you, Rachel Kamande. Kevin, you're talking about, yeah, you're getting value. Uncle, or yeah, this is Jumbo saying inspired. Thank you. I am glad that you're finding value. Yeah, you're grateful. Number one, you did not do something else, as in you're in the right place, you're learning something. Of course, thank you. They're coming in, they're still coming in. Rose, is it Rosla? Karibu. There's someone else. Okay, I can't pick them all, but I'm really, really, really grateful. So let's go to secret number to how you can be able to negotiate a six-figure salary. Now, when I was doing research for this section, I came along this study that was done by JobVite, yeah, and they say that 85% of salary negotiations usually result to a higher pay. And I was like, this is some good news. Like, let me interpret it for you. If you go and try and negotiate your salary, chances of you getting it is very high, 84%. But then the next thing made me a bit depressed, yeah? The next statistic, because they said only 14% of employees actually negotiate salary in their current job. In other words, people wait or make that idea of negotiating salary only when they are going to another organization, going to an interview outside their organization. And I would want to know, yeah, in the chat, let me know. Have you ever tried to negotiate salary in your current job? Just say yes or no. If you say yes, tell us, was it good or bad? Did you get it or not? Yeah. So I want you just to type and say yes, good, yes, bad. And you would say bad, I understand, maybe you didn't get that. If no, just let me know. I want to do a quick survey here. Oh, thank you very much. I can see somebody there who is saying they're still getting value. Hey, I can see value, they're still coming. Okay, gentleman here saying no. Priscilla, you have never. Okay, Samuel, no. There's Sheng, no. Yes, and it was good. Okay, at least we have some hope. Somebody actually tried and it was good. They got it. Golden, I can see yours. You're saying it. You tried, but it was bad. Yeah, things did not turn out as you expect. Yes, but it ended up in a good way. Okay, thank you very much. Rachel Commander, you're saying yes, but was bad. Okay, I understand. Confident. I can see someone talking about confidence. Yeah, thank you. Good. No, yes. Okay, you're not sure if it's a no. Somebody said it went bad. Okay, anyway, if you have tried and it went bad, I'm about to give you some tips that will really help you. Yeah. But where does it start? Anyone who is confident enough to try usually succeeds. It starts with you being confident and saying, I will go and negotiate. So without confidence, this thing can't work. But I am not asking you just to have the confidence to go and try and negotiate. Let me give you some tangible tips that will really help you as you go out and negotiate. Now, tip number one, it might sound so simple. You might be wondering, what is it all about? Yes, you need to know the salary that you want before you start negotiating. You'll be surprised how many people, we are in the negotiating table. I ask them, how much do you want? They say more. I tell them, how much is more? Do you know? I don't know. Right now you are earning 50,000. I give you 50,000 and a shilling on top. Isn't that more? I don't know. You understand what I mean? I don't understand. So be very clear with the figure that you want. Now, and again, you're not just pulling figures from thin air. You're not saying 50,000, 150, 270,000. It should be a figure that is based on your value, based on your worth. So the big question is, do you know what your value is? Do you know what you're worth in the marketplace? Now, once you understand your value and your worth, the next thing is to make the company realize your value. Bring any and all evidence that you have to support the value that you have in that organization. Like, what is your meaningful contribution? What is your worthwhile? Because if the only argument you have is that I want salary, why? Because I've been here for the last 10 years. The question is, have you been a liability for the last 10 years, or have you been an asset to us? So when you talk about value, when you change the conversation to be about value, you'll be surprised that the results will be way better. And finally, you need to have comparables to justify your higher salary. The question is, do you know how much someone like you in your field, with experience just like you, with a qualification just like you, how much should they be paid on average? You might say people don't share their salaries, but we have tools out there that will give you the average values. People in different sectors, in different industries, with the certain experience they have, how much they should be paid. And I'll share with you. Have this thought in mind, yeah? Here's a gentleman called Julius who sent me an email and told me that, good evening. Greetings this evening. I am writing to appreciate your work. It is barely 2 months after I used your reviewed CV. I am glad that I've landed 2 jobs. I have taken the one that I prefer. I am working towards completing my course, M&E, that is monitoring and evaluation, a course we offer here at Career Point Solutions. You are the best. Yours sincerely, Julius. So this gentleman got two jobs, barely 2 months. Pick one, let go the other. Have that thought in your mind, yeah? Here's another one, yeah? Uh, Lawrence sent me an email saying, "Dear Daniel, I am happy to inform you that after you guys reviewed my resume, I received 3 different calls for interviews within a span of 24 hours. Within a span of 1 week, I attended all the interviews, and fortunate enough, I secured all the 3 jobs. This was after a pregnant search for a job for 1 whole year. I only had the difficult task choosing which one to go for, but eventually I opted for one and politely and professionally declined the other 2. Thanks a great deal, and please convey my gratitude to your entire team. Yours sincerely, Lawrence." So I want to ask you a question, yeah? Think about that, yeah? Someone getting 2, 3 job offers, they have to pick one and let go the other. So I want to ask you in the chat, yeah? Tell me in one word or in a phrase. Imagine you get 2, 3, 4 job offers, and you have to pick one and let go the other. What criteria will you use to decide which job you will take and which job you let go? Let me know in the chat. Yeah. If you're by the way, I'm asking you to be very frank. What criteria will you use? You have job A, B, C, D. They're lined up. Now you have to pick one and let go the other jobs. What will you use to decide? I'll go for A, I'll let go B. And be very open, be very frank. Drop that in the chat. I would want to know if those who are very open and frank, I will call you out. If you're just being modest, I'll still call you out. So I'm waiting to see what will you use as the criteria to decide which job you pick. Because yes, it is possible for you to get all that. Thank you very much, Gideon. You nailed it straight on the head. And this is what I was looking for. Salary. Most people use salary. Samuel, thank you. Salaries. Someone here, salary. Salary and benefits. Brenda, thank you. Best benefits, career growth. Yes. There you go. There you go. There are so many salary expectations and all that. And this is true. Most people make the decision based on the salary that they are going to be paid. And guess what? There is nothing wrong with that. It is very much okay, because a study was done and they found out that, let me bring it up here, yeah, from Finance Online, they found out that the most important consideration in accepting a new job offer, 49% of professionals said it is about compensation, the money. Yeah, somebody talked about career growth. Yeah, there we go. That is professional development, 33%. And 29%, the consideration is about better work-life balance, which is important in this day and age. Well, I'll talk more about that, yeah, knowing how to be able to balance the two. Thank you very much. I can see, yeah, Bonnie is still saying salary, time, and patience. You're talking about the salary. Irene, you're talking about salary, which is okay. Don't let anyone maybe demonize you because you pick that. And here's the thing. It is possible to negotiate for a higher salary and get it 100%. And I want you to say this after me, yeah, the way we did the first one, yeah, with a lot of conviction. If you can say it out loud, go ahead, say it out loud. If not, just say it quietly, yeah, in your heart, but you mean it, that it is possible to negotiate for a higher salary and get it. Thank you. It is possible. So I got some question, and probably this is also what you are asking in your head. How do I network with the right people? And I thought this is a very, very important question, because when it comes to getting high-paying jobs, according to LinkedIn, they say that 85% of high-paying jobs are gotten through networking. Yes, and it's important for you to start thinking about how do you network with the right people. I'll introduce you to a network of high net worth individual who will help you be able to get this job through networking. Somebody asked, what matters most? Is it experience or qualification? Now, when I see that kind of question, let me pull this in and say this. Remember, I told you I want to tell the truth, the hard truth, and nothing but the truth. I think this is the point where I do that. Yeah. When I see someone asking this question, number one, I know this is someone who does not want to take 100% responsibility. They're looking for a place to put the blame on, to complain, or just look for a scapegoat. Because when I say that qualification is the most important thing, they're like, yeah, That's why I'm not getting these jobs. I don't have the degree, I don't have the master's. And when I say experience is what is more important, then they will be, I'm not getting this job because I don't have experience. Where do they expect me to get a job even without experience? Please stop using that as an excuse. What is more important is what you have. If you have the experience, use it to your advantage. If you have the qualification, use that to your advantage. Forget what you don't have. I hope you are clear on that. Yeah. Hope you are clear on that. I just thought it is important for me to nail that down. I want to tell you the truth. How do you balance work and personal life? I think, especially when you start going for these high paying jobs, you need to be very deliberate in terms of how you balance your work and put boundaries, because the more you pay, the more will be demanded from you and more will be expected from you. So it's really important for you to be deliberate to draw that line. Am I too young? Am I too old? Okay, this is the same idea. When someone is asking me, I can't get this job, I think I'm too young, I think I'm too old, you are trying to escape reality. I was at a conference, I finished speaking, a lady comes, tells me, I think I'm not getting these jobs because I'm too old. At the same breath, a young man comes and says, I am not getting this job because I'm too young. I'm just graduated the other day. So I ask, who's correct? Let me tell you, if you're young, it doesn't matter. If you're old, it doesn't matter. There are jobs that are out there for young people. There are jobs that are out there for people with experience. Call yourself old, but I consider that experience. Yeah. I want you to take a look at this. Yeah. This is an email I received from a gentleman called Bill Shad. Yeah. And he told me, thanks. I recently landed my first consultancy with a few Kenya after heeding to your well laid out advice, youth friendly advice. I'll call it youth friendly advice. You know why? Because this is just to show me this gentleman is older than me, but he got the results he wanted from me, and it doesn't matter if I'm young or old. Get the point? It doesn't matter if you're young or old, you will be able to get the results. Are we good? Hopefully you got that correct. Probably somebody asked, how do I measure, track, and evaluate my progress? It really saddens me when I see someone 5 years, 10 years, 15 years down the road only to realize that they picked the wrong career direction. Actually, I'll share with you tools that you can use to track and evaluate your progress so that you don't end up messing yourself while you are um, proceeding with your career, because it's so sad. How do I fix myself in the succession plan? Good question. Same concept of influence. You can learn how to influence yourself through the succession of a company, and I'll teach you how to do that. What are the qualities of someone who is worth six figures? Good question. Actually, the word badass pro, yeah, remember that is an acronym defining those qualities, and I'm about to show you how to do that. Oh, good question. Somebody asked me, how do I get started? I'm like, I'm about to show you how you get started right now. Just give me a minute. Yeah, I'll get there. So I have a question for you, and I want you to be very true to me. And the question is, if I show you exactly how to get your dream job, do you believe you can get to a job with these NGOs and the UN? I will pause and I'm asking you, I want you to put that in the chat and tell me, yes, do you believe? If you believe, say, yes, I believe. The question is, if I show you exactly how to get your dream job, do you believe that you can get a job with the UN? I can see some people saying yes. Thank you. Now, I don't want you just to say yes. I want you to say, I believe. Yes, I believe. Because if you don't believe, it doesn't change anything. I can't do much about that. Thank you. I can say, yes, I believe. Yes, I believe. Thank you. Lucky, you're saying, yes, I believe. Yes, 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 I believe. Yes, I believe. Thank you. Thank you. That is where it starts. It starts by you believing. Oh, thank you. Samuel Gikonyo. Oh, yes, we talked with you, and I can see you saying, yes, I believe. I am very sure that this will be. I believe. I believe. It starts with you believing. Because if you don't believe, there's very little I can do for you as a coach. And that is where it starts. And I actually want to pause. I want to give you time. All of you, if you believe, just put it yes. Irene Dinda, I can see you saying, yes, I believe. Oh, where is that? I believe. I can see Brenda saying, yes, I believe. Yeah, because the other thing, Stella, thank you. You're saying I believe. The other thing is, I'm taking you, giving you time for you to type, because Let me pull this in here. That is the first step in manifestation. You are bringing it out. You're not just thinking about it, you believe it, and you actually manifest it by typing, yes, I do believe. And that is where it starts. So if you believe, thank you very much. I can still see James Marcus, they're still coming in. Ceci, Neke, you're saying, I believe. I am very glad to see that. So if you believe, now I want to ask for your permission to take about 10 minutes and share with you this program called the Badass Pro. I define my own destiny, and how this program can be able to help you to get to that NGO job, to get to that UN job, because this is the coaching program. And I'm asking for your permission. But hey, is it okay for me to take 10 minutes to talk about the Badass Pro program? I define my own destiny and how it can help you get a job with the UN. If so, say permission given. I give you permission, or permission granted, whatever, the quickest thing you can type, yeah? So that I take 10 minutes, I go through this Badass Pro program, then I'll be able to answer any questions that you might be having. So if is it okay for me to take 10 minutes? Or I can see Sila, you're saying yes, proceed. Thank you. Maybe I can get 2 or more confirmation giving me permission. Charity, you're saying permission granted. Thank you very much. Samuel, you're saying permission granted. Priscilla, I can see permission granted. Okay, I think okay, good. Thank you for your permission. Let me take the quickest time possible to explain this program called the Badass Pro. Now, and I stand here or I sit here, I am very proud to say that I am a Badass Pro. Pro stands for professional. Badass is an acronym, and it stands for an individual who is bold, audacious, courageous. They will do what needs to be done to finish the job. That is a bold individual. Number 2, an individual who is authentic to themselves. They are not faking it, yeah? They're true to themselves and they're true to their potential. But if you feel like you're not living up to your full potential, you need to be authentic to your own potential, right? So an individual who is authentic to themselves and their potential, an individual who is driven, they got that inner drive to go and do what needs to be done, and they don't need to be supervised or constantly supervised. They have that inner motivation. They are driven. An individual who is aggressive, because in this day and age, nothing will be given to you. Leave alone, even if it belongs to you, you need to go and grab it. Nothing will be given to you, not even on a silver platter. And you're not just aggressive, but you're also very assertive. You are sure of what you're going for, not just everything. An individual who is skilled. I think I lost my power. Let me check. Okay, good. Now you can see me. An individual who is skilled. Remember that question. Who is more, what is more important, experience or qualification? Actually, what is more important, it is skills. Because you can get your skills from your qualification, you can get your skills from your experience. But if you're not skilled, you're not doing it. The biggest divide between the successful and those who are not successful in the career field is about skills. You need the right skills. Ask yourself, what skills do I need? And an individual who is self-assured, they are confident of themselves. And that is a Badass Pro. Bold, authentic, driven, aggressive, skilled, and self-assured individual. When you join the program, this is our mantra. We say, I am a Badass Pro. I define my own destiny. I create my own luck. I am confident but not cocky, quiet, not silent, competitive, and aggressive. I take 100% responsibility and I never give up. That is what describes a Badass Pro individual. So if today you decide to join the Badass Pro program, what are you going to get? You're going to get what we call the Badass Pro 6 weeks coaching program. The value of it is about 100,000. I'm not saying that is what I'm charging. That's the value that you get. And in these 6 weeks, this is what we are going to coach you on. Week number 1, we will look at how do you get started and become unstoppable, right? Because it's all about getting started, being on momentum, and nobody is going to stop you. We'll give you the tools to get started. Week number 2, we will be able to figure out with you to get to know your what. Like, how much should you be paid right now? Because once we identify your baseline, we can be able to work towards building up your value. Week number 3, we start working on building confidence and competence. I saw so many no's. people in terms they have never tried to negotiate their salary. Confidence starts here, yeah. And the two go hand in hand. The more confident you are, the more competent you are. The more competent you are, the more confidence you have in yourself. I had this quote from Marcus Garvey who said, "In this race of life, without confidence, you're twice defeated." Week 4, we look about how do you master communication, influence, and networking. Yeah, remember I told you 85% of high-paying jobs are gotten through networking. We'll learn how you do that networking. Week 5, I give you the tools that you need to track and evaluate your progress. We don't want you 5 years, 10 years down the road to realize, oh, I've been wasting my time. I went in the wrong career direction. And week 6, based on your own skills, based on your own qualification, we look at how do you negotiate that 6-figure salary with the NGOs, the UN, or whichever organization it is that you want to get to. Now, I'll tell you this. Once you join, on top of the 6 weeks coaching program, I'm giving you some extra bonuses. And one of the bonuses that I'm going to give you is one of our professional certifications. Now, we have 4 of them. And these certifications are highly customized to help you get a job with the UN, to help you get a job with the NGOs. I know some people ask, how do I get a job? By getting this certification: project management, project monitoring evaluation, strategic management and leadership, fundraising, and resource mobilization. You pick one of these, you will get it as a bonus if you join the Badass Pro program. Because think about it. What are the skills that are needed in this NGO humanitarian world? Project management, monitor evaluation, fundraising, and resource mobilization. Now, on top of the 6 weeks coaching, we will give you one of our professional certification. We will also offer you professional CV writing. Now, you might be wondering, is that important? Yes, very important. Unfortunately, most of us have CVs, and these are just a documentation of where you went to school, where you have worked, a list of your responsibilities, and probably your referees. But I'll tell you this, that does not sell you. A professional CV, on the other hand, is a document that you use to market yourself. I want you to think about a company or an organization that have a product or service that they want to sell into the market, or certain goods. What do? They advertise, they market, billboard, newspaper, radio, TV, magazines, you name them. You and me don't have the luxury of having a billboard about ourselves. So what do? We use a professional CV, and we need to be very clear as to what is it that we are selling. We are selling our skills, we are selling our capabilities, we are selling our qualifications, we are selling our experience to the employer. And how you put it down in your CV, it's very important, not just putting facts and figures. According to a famous research, it is said that a hiring manager takes about 6 seconds to decide if they're going to read through your CV or not. Does your CV pass this 6-second test? Now, this is one of the most common CV layout that I see. Yeah, take a look at it. I want to give you 6 seconds. What can this person do? Because remember, that is a question that the hiring manager is asking at the back of their head. Whenever they are looking at your CV, what can this person do? Daniel Mutuku, male, Kenyan, married, date of birth. Okay, you can't figure out anything. We give this guy benefit of doubt. Let's just scroll to read some of his career objectives. I mean, I picked random career objectives from real CVs, probably even from your own CV. And I'm about to show you some of these statements here. And as I show you this, I want you to ask yourself, does the CV objective in my CV actually resemble the ones that I'm about to show in tone, in style, or even sometimes word for word? Number one, I see this. I'm seeking employment with a company where I can grow professionally and personally. What can this person do? As a matter of fact, this statement is very selfish. You're telling them what you want to gain from them rather than what you're bringing on board. I seek challenging opportunities where I can fully use my skills for the success of the organization. What skills do you have? Do you know the success criteria of the organization? I want to succeed in a stimulus and challenging environment that will provide me with advancement opportunities. Again, being selfish. What can this person do? I want to excel in this field with hard work, perseverance. And by the way, piece of advice: if you have that section of career objective in your CV, go get rid of it. It is not helping you in any way to secure a job. On top, now we are giving you 6 weeks of coaching. You're also getting one of our professional certification. You're getting professional CV writing, and you're also getting sample cover letters for you to use when you're applying for a job. Now, what is this cover letter? A cover letter is like an application letter, but for a very, very specific position, right? And I'm just using this as an example. This is a job I picked at random of an accountant. And if you were to get a job in this company, some of the duties that you'll be doing will be to review and establish proper accounting systems, support budget and focusing activities, liaising with internal and external auditors. If that is you, it is describing you, and you can be able to do that, then somewhere in your cover letter, you should have a statement that reads like this: I have the ability to review and establish proper accounting systems. In my previous employment at ABC, I was involved in liaising with internal and external auditors. Such that whenever they read this statement, they are confident you are the right person, because that is what they say they are looking for, and you're coming to do exactly what you said you would. Got it? Actually, there's nothing bad for you to take words from a job description and use it in your cover letter. On top of the 6 weeks coaching, you're getting professional certification, you're getting professional CV writing, you're getting sample cover letters. We throw in our LinkedIn profile guide, because I'm telling you, in this day and age, you cannot afford not to have an optimized LinkedIn profile. Yeah, because this is where recruiters, headhunters, and this international organization, HRs, this is where they're spending time looking for people. Unlike your CV, which might be very good and it is somewhere in your flash disk, in your computer, in the cloud, a LinkedIn profile is a living CV. It is working for you even when you're asleep. People are checking you out. Now, it has the ability, it makes jobs to look for you rather than you looking for a job. Take a look at this email. Yeah, Salim told me, hey Daniel, I would like to thank you for your LinkedIn profile guide service. After your guidance on how to make my LinkedIn account look more professional, I have now been approached by a potential employer, and I am due for an interview on Wednesday next week. The guy was not looking for a job. The job was looking for him. Needless to say, he got the job. Here's another one. This is a post I saw Rosalind. I had nothing to do with this, but I asked for her permission to use this post, and she said, go ahead. This is what she said. I posted my very first LinkedIn post to market myself for a job. I was not really sure whether I would eventually have a positive outcome from this, but I kept my head up high. Got called for an interview almost every day last week, and this yielded me a job. Yes, guys, I have a job now. Look at that. She got a job just by posting on LinkedIn. Whoa, the deal even gets better. On top of the 6 weeks coaching, professional certification, professional CV writing, sample cover letters, LinkedIn provide, we give you interview coaching. Now, the value you're getting is about 210,000. And interview coaching plays a very big part, because this prepares you when you're going for an interview. Like, you need to think through some of the questions that you're going to be asked in an interview. For example, 99.99% of the interviews that you go for, the first question will be, tell us about yourself. Do you know how to answer that question? And there's certain other questions you expect. Why should we hire you? What makes you the best candidate? What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? How much should we pay you? That's the biggest question everybody wants to know how to answer. Yeah, we will take you through how to answer all those questions. So, in general, this is the whole package you get if you decide to join the Badass Pro program today. 6 weeks of coaching, professional certification, professional CV writing, sample cover letters, LinkedIn profile guide, and interview coaching. Now that you know who is a badass, the question I want you to answer in the chat, are you ready to be a Badass Pro? If you're ready, say, yes, I am ready. Drop out in the chat. Are you ready to be a Badass Pro? The bold, authentic, driven, aggressive, skilled, and self-assured professional. If you are ready, say, yes, I'm ready to be a Badass Pro. I want to know you followed through. I've told you what you're going to get out of the program. If you're ready to become a Badass Pro, I want to drop in the chat, I am ready. I am ready to be that bold, authentic, driven, aggressive, skilled, and self-assured individual. Are you ready? Let me see. Oh, yes, they are coming in. I can see. Who is this? Yeah, okay, I don't know how to pronounce, but Lerata. Yes, you're ready. I can see If you're ready, I can see. Yes, I'm ready. Yes, I'm ready. This program is equivalent to how many US dollars? I'm going to share with you how much it is going to cost. Just worry, don't worry. Yes, I'm ready. I can see Elizabeth Mutuku, almost my namesake. You're ready. Thank you very much. I can see who else. Yes, everybody coming in. Ready, 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 ready. They continue. I'm really happy. I can see people are ready to become a badass pro. Now, I had two choices. I have already seen someone asking me, how much is the program going to cost? So when I was trying to cost and say, how much should this program be? I said, one option I had was to go cheap and get as many people as possible. And I said, oh, this is a good option. Yeah. Let me be cheap, get as many people as possible on board. I can be able to help everyone. Then the second option I had was to ask for a slightly higher investment and dedicate more time and effort to guarantee your success. So out of these two options, I felt the second one is much better. And tonight I'm just going to ask you for a slightly higher investment in yourself, which means I will get fewer people. By the way, my target is about 10 people. If I get 10 people, then I will be able to dedicate more time and effort to guarantee their success, such that I am not getting 100 people and then I'm not able to serve them. There are few, I serve them until I'm happy, like they got what they had signed up for. So the program itself is going to cost you 24,999 Kenya shillings. You can pay it in 3 monthly installments of 9,999. You get the 6 weeks of coaching, professional certification, professional CV writing, sample cover letters, LinkedIn profile guide, interview coaching. And if you earn it in US dollars, it's going to be 249 US dollars. You can pay in 3 monthly installments of 99.99 through PayPal. And I'm going to give you a link shortly on how you can be able to pay. By the way, no, let me say this. Absolutely no excuse why you should not pay for this program or join the program, because we have a 100% money back guarantee. If you join the program, 30 days into the program, you don't get exactly what I have said you will get. No question asked. Just tell me, ask for your refund, no question asked, you get your money back. 100% money back guarantee. Now, you have two choices, yeah? I already had mine, I chose. Now, the first option you have is to do nothing, not to take this leap of faith, which is 100% risk-free. And the other option you have is to be open-minded. Take up this small investment in yourself today and give it a shot. Out of these two options, doing nothing and being open-minded, what is going to be easier for you? Don't drop this time round in the chat. Just have it at the back of your head. Research has it takes about 24 hours. Like today, as much as you have learned within the last few minutes, I know you have learned a ton. But if you don't take action on what you have learned in the next 24 hours, chances of you taking action thereafter drops almost to zero. And taking action does not mean just paying for the program. Like, think about your CV. Think about how you answer questions in an interview. Look at your LinkedIn. How does it look like? How do you start getting to know your value? How do you negotiate a salary? At least do something with something that you have learned. There are two types of people in this world and also in this training here. Those who get an opportunity to change their lives. They agree with everything that I've shared with you. They can see how it is applicable to their lives. And guess what? They still do nothing. And the other type of people are those who take action and define their own futures. Between the two types, those who do nothing and those who take action and define their own futures, what type are you? Don't drop it in the chat. Have it at the back of your head. I want to open for question, but if you want to drop me an email, my email is daniel@careerpoint.co.ke. If you want to know more about the Badass Pro program, just check careerpoint.co.ke/Badass. Is that okay? Good. Let me now say this. By the way, before I leave, I have a special offer for you guys. Yeah. This is an offer that is open between today and Sunday midnight, because on Monday we start on our coaching program. But I want to tell you this: if you pay between now, it's about 8:25 and and 9 before we finish this live event. We said we are going to finish at 9. If you pay, you're going to get all the 6 weeks coaching, and you're going to get all the 4 certification. Yes, if you just make the first deposit of 9,999 between now and 9, till number is 715732. If you're paying from outside Kenya, you can use PayPal. You get all the 4 certifications. That means you join the Badass Pro program, and you also get all these 4: project management, project monitor evaluation, strategic management and leadership, fundraising and resource mobilization. And on top of that, I am going to, let me actually pull this. Actually, let me put it, yeah. On top of that, you're going to get yourself a notebook that says I am a Badass Pro. And on top of that, you will also get yourself a t-shirt that says I am a Badass Pro. This is for people who decide to take action tonight, right now, before we finish this live. So if you make the payment, drop in the chat you have made the payment. These are people just like you who made a decision on an evening like this that they want to join this and their life changed. This is Helen all the way in Kitui, Eunice in Bungoma, Scholastica in Kikuyu. This is Winfred in Kiambu, Clara in Nairobi West. This is Beatrice in Gigiri. This is Margaret in Gatondo, Francis from Mombasa, and many more people who decided to take an action and their life has changed. This is your opportunity. If you're here in Kenya, use the till number 715732, make that first deposit and get the 6 weeks of coaching, get all the 4 certification, professional CV writing, and all that. Now, if you are coming in from outside the country, let me put the link for PayPal. You can make the first deposit through PayPal. Where is it? I think here it is. Okay. Now, let me ask, if you have any question, please let me know in the chat. I want to answer any questions that you might be having. Yeah, so I know on Facebook and on LinkedIn, LinkedIn, it doesn't work. Yeah, but I've put in, you're saying, I want to join BAT. Let me know what is your BAT all about. Yeah, but I don't have money to pay by PayPal. What method do you want to use? Yeah, by the way, after this, I'm going to give you a Zoom link. We are going to have a backstage conversation. So if you have a challenge, maybe you can't pay on PayPal, you can't pay, I can give you my different options on how you can pay. So hang on in there. I'm going to give you a Zoom link shortly so that we can have like a chat. If you're paying internationally, just make the first installment and get all of them. Let me say this. We still have a lot to learn. Give me about, let me say 10, 15 minutes. I'll finish up all this because I still want to teach you on some stuff. The best investment you can ever have is to invest in yourself. Now, this is a quote from Warren Buffett, because he realized that the greatest investment there is, not in stock market, not in real estate, it is investing in yourself. It is said for every shilling or every dollar you invest in yourself today, you will get 30 shillings or $30 return over time. That is a 3,000% return on investment. You can't get that in real estate. You can't get that in stock market. Where do you get this money to fund your personal development? I learned the 10-10 rule by Brian Tracy, one of my mentors, and he said, we have been brought up in a society where we are told take 10% of your income and tithe it. Use it to help other people. I want to put it to you. Why not use the other 10% of your income and tithe it to yourself? Use it to help yourself. Use it to fund your own personal development. And this is an opportunity for you to fund your own personal development. Go to Lipa na M-Pesa, buy goods and services. The till number is 715732. Make that first deposit of 9,999. Get the 6 weeks of coaching. Get all the 4 certifications. We are not holding anything back. You'll get professional CV writing, sample cover letters, LinkedIn profile guide, and interview coaching. I want you to take that action. If you're international, you can pay through PayPal. I have already dropped the link in the chat. Let me see if we have any questions here. Okay. Any questions? Okay, someone saying the date. Okay, this program is online, but we are starting the coaching on Monday. So what happens, we will create a learning account for you in our learning platform. whereby you can be able to log in, access the coaching material. Then at the end of the week, we have a one-on-one coaching session with you. But for the courses, they're still online. You will have unlimited access to the courses. So you can do them whenever you want to do them. But I would want us to focus on the first 6 weeks of coaching. How much? From South Africa. Okay, the best thing you can do is to convert this into US dollars. I think that is like the standard way, and then see how much does it convert to South African rand. I know there is PayPal in South Africa. I have coached several people in South Africa, and they have actually seen the results coming in. But hang on in there. We can once you join the Zoom call in a short while, in 10 minutes, we can do some quick calculation in your case, how much it is going to cost for your case. Is that okay? Now, I want you to take a look at these 2 emails. Yeah, this is just proof of what really happened. I can see Joseph. Yes, you're asking in terms of kwachas. I think I don't know if there's in Zambia, but I have received payment through MoneyGram and Western Union, so we can still hang on in there. I'll show you how you can be able to join. Yeah, but I want us to look at these 2 emails here. Now, this is an email that I got from a lady called Lucy, and she said this: "Dear Daniel, I cannot be grateful enough for the Badass Pro training that came with a professionally made CV and sample cover letters. In a span of 2 months, I have managed to get 4 interviews from very reputable international NGOs such as Hillary, One Acre, among others. With my new CV and sample cover letters that I customized to suit various jobs, I am now confident to apply for jobs in the UN agencies. And honestly, I am hopeful and confident that that is my next employer. For quite a long, I hadn't been receiving interview invitations. It is no longer the case anymore. Thanks a lot, and God bless you for the good work and always being ready to help. Kind regards, Lucy." You can see how her life changed once she joined this program. Here's another email. Actually, this email, I got it yesterday. Yeah, you can see this is 3rd August 20. Celestine wrote me an email, yeah, and she told me, "Dear Daniel, trust this mail finds you well. I'm back to say a very big thank you after I did the Badass Pro program, and with your guidance, I applied for a job where everyone was discouraging me that the job is demanding. Are you sure you will be shortlisted, etc. But the confidence I had was out of this world. I went ahead and applied. We were 30. The second interview, we were 10, and I emerged the best candidate. Finally, I got the job with a 6-figure salary. To me, it is a blessing, and I will recommend the Badass Pro program. Thank you once more, and be blessed abundantly." This is an email I got yesterday, and her life just changed. She told me, and actually, she told me that we need to have a coffee date one of these days, just for her to tell me thank you. You can see how this can equally change your life. So the question to you is, how would you feel if next year, a time like this, you're debt free, you're living in your dream home and planning your next vacation, or even before the 6 weeks end, you're dropping me an email just like them, and I'm using you as the testimonial for the next cohort when we are allowing students in? Wouldn't that just be wonderful? That can equally happen to you if you decide to take action right now. Okay, thank you very much. I can see, I'm being told 2 people have paid. Yes, 2 people have paid through M-Pesa. Thank you very much. If you're paid, you can just also drop me the chat, say you're paid. You don't need to copy and paste the message. If you want to pay through PayPal, I can check my email right now, but I'm grateful. I'm grateful. Someone is asking, what about the date? Okay, I think I had explained that. It's a 6 weeks coaching starting Monday. We give you access to your course material, but then at the end of the week, we organize a time that is convenient to you and convenient to me, and then we do a one-on-one coaching. I do it mainly after work, depending also on your time zone. I don't want to stretch you. I will wake up if it is needs me to wake up very early in the morning. I can do it very late in the evening. I remember there's a time I was doing coaching for a lady who was in China, so it was after work. I think I was doing it 2 p.m. here in Kenya, but for her it was around 7 a.m. Now 7 p.m. in the evening or 8 p.m. I can't remember. Yeah, South Africa, I know we have a difference of 1 hour, so I was coaching a lady. She was coming in at 6. I know in my case it was 7 p.m. Hers was 6 p.m. So time is something that we can be able to negotiate and find what works best for us. Yeah, I've put the link in the chat. Make that fast deposit. Join the people. I'm here. Okay, 4. Okay, maybe 6 more chances. Hopefully they are not filled up today. And then you say, I did not give you that chance. Let me say this. I learned this from this is Jim Rohn, one of my mentors, and he said, do not evaluate something based on its cost. Evaluate something based on its worth. Yes, I've seen that comment, someone saying, this program, I don't have the money, it is very expensive. You are thinking about the cost. But what is the worth of this program? What is it able to do for you? What it is costing you not to join this program? Yeah, staying in that job you don't like, not getting to your full potential to work with the organizations that you really want to work for. Yeah, that is what it is costing you, and that is the worth of this program. Okay, Joseph, kindly send the Zoom link. Yeah, I'm going to send it. And Joseph, we talked the other day. I got it. Thank you very much, Joy. I can see you're paid. Okay, I think was he among the people? Okay, Joy Mwangi, thank you. I will just confirm how many people. I'll give you my number. We'll be able to talk shortly. Brenda, your question: is it possible for you to help coach just for CV and cover letter for those who cannot afford the whole package? Yes, we do have packages when it comes for CV writing alone and cover letter alone. But if you had paid for the program, the service, we will cut it from the program. But if you feel like, let me start there, I can still give you the cost. Somebody actually asking what are the charges for that. I'm going to do that. Yeah, you guys, I know you have big goals, right? And I have a challenge for you. Let the size of your goal be equal to the size of the investment that you invest in yourself, because it's only when you invest in yourself that you're able to grow up to your goal. Go start investing in yourself. Here's an opportunity for you to invest in yourself. Go pay. The till number is 715732. Make that fast deposit. Get the 6 weeks coaching. Get the 4 certification. Get professional CV writing, sample cover letters, LinkedIn profile guide, and also interview coaching. If you're paying international, that is it. Okay, quick one as I finish up. Yeah, E-to-E ratio. This changed my life when I knew about it. The most successful people spend 5% of their time on entertainment and 95% of their time in education, while the bigger majority spend 95% of their time in entertainment. That is Facebook, Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, admiring people's photos and all that. While the real thing, you can be able to use that time for education. Start educating yourself. There's a chance to get into the 6 weeks coaching, 4 certification, CV writing, sample cover letters, LinkedIn profile guide, and interview coaching. So the cost is 9,999. That is the first deposit. Make that. You get all the 4. You also, oh, I forgot to mention, join the rest. You're going to get yourself a t-shirt. You're going to get yourself a notebook. I will send it to you. Don't you worry. You will never be 100% ready for an opportunity when it shows up. You want to do it for your daughter? Yes, we can talk about that. Don't worry. You will never be 100% ready for an opportunity when it is show up. So what do? Just do it, because you'll never be ready. If you say, oh, I wish I had this, nothing, there's no time everything will align. So you just do it. The greatest fear carries the greatest growth. You know what? If right now you're feeling a little bit of some fear, you're feeling anxious, should I really pay for it? Should I join? Should I not? That's a good thing. Yeah, that's fear. And that fear is a good thing. You know why? Because it is an indication that you're about to do something that is totally outside your comfort zone. And from our primal brain. We know anything outside our comfort zone, it is death. We are going to die. That's why you need to fight. Is it flight, fight, freeze? But when you feel that fear, just know you are about to do something outside your comfort zone, and that is the only place where growth will take place. On your comfort zone, you're feeling safe, you're feeling you're in control, but here there's low risk and low reward. Now you get presented with an opportunity, something that is totally outside of your comfort zone. You get into this fear zone. You are not a little bit afraid. You are a little bit low on self-esteem. Yeah. You start finding excuses. Oh, maybe let me say the program is expensive. Oh, I wish I knew about this last week. Oh, those are excuses. Yeah. You start feeling affected by other people's opinions. You're not sure what will people say about me. I just met this guy online and I sent them money and I joined. It's okay. The question is, when you're in the fear zone, will you retreat back to your comfort zone, or will you push forward to get to the learning zone where you face new challenges? You start learning how to solve problems. You acquire new skills like the badass growth skills. You get project management, monitoring, evaluation. These are skills that you acquire. You extend your comfort zone, and only then will you be able to move to the growth zone where you find your purpose, live your dreams, set new goals, and you conquer your objectives. It is up to you to make the decision. You're here in the fear zone. Will you retreat, or will you still push past the fear zone? I think that is it. I'm really excited that you hung around with me. This is the last option I'm giving you to join the program. Yeah, okay. I'll just confirm. I think the numbers were already up, but thank you very much. Yeah, if you still have a chance, do that deposit, get the 6 weeks for certification, CV writing, cover letter. Make that first deposit, 9,999. Lipa na M-Pesa, buy goods and services. The till number is 715732. If you're international, pay through PayPal. Let me put that link again in the chat. I appreciate that. You can check that link. Okay, good. As I finished, by the way, this is a certificate you get. This is your professional CV writing. This is a certificate in monitoring and evaluation, saying your name right there, like Joy Mwangi. You'll have Joy Mwangi has been formally evaluated and assessed for demonstrated knowledge and skills to monitor and evaluate projects, use result-based management, and has been awarded a certificate in project monitoring and evaluation. Isn't that lovely? Yes. Now, when we started, I asked these two questions. Will you let me be your coach? Will you let me tell you the truth, the hard truth? I want to believe that I have been able to do that. Have I? If so, I am very happy. Let me know in the chat. By the way, did I do it right? Did I serve you based on what I said I will be doing? If so, let me know. Then I want to ask the question, do you want this to be the end of this coaching relationship, or do you want it to be the beginning? If you want it to be the beginning, then you join me in the Badass Pro program. If you want it to be the end, then this session here marks the end of our. So let me know, do you want it to be the end or the beginning? I have dropped that link in the comments or in the chat. Join me on Zoom. Yeah, join me on Zoom if you have any specific question that we can be able to have a one-on-one conversation on. Let me, I know on LinkedIn you can't see my comments. That is the other thing. So let me do this. Let me paste the, so the ID, meeting ID, there we go. That is 58 blah, blah, blah. And the passcode, you just put it to be the salary. Yeah. Hello, you're saying, please answer. Okay, I haven't seen your question. Oh, how much time do I need? Okay, the thing is, for the course, you just start. The course you can start anytime, you will finish at your own pace. But for the coaching, it might take you about 1 hour per week to go through the coaching material, or you can do like 10 minutes every day, Monday 10 minutes, Tuesday like that. Then at the end of the week, we carve time where we have a coaching session one-on-one, like 30 minutes or 1 hour. 30 minutes, 45 minutes is enough. So, and it's very flexible for your own timing. Is that okay? Okay, good. Hope you got it. Give me your number. Okay, I'm going to give you my number. Just join the Zoom call. I would want to give it here live on the YouTube and everything, but I'm going to give you my number shortly. Yeah, just here is the link. Yeah, I put the link in the chat, or you can just use that ID and join me there. Yeah. Irene, email please. Gmail. Okay, I'm going to give you my email address. Join here, please. Here's the meeting. Yeah. Okay, I can see here how much is the Paras Pro in another currency. Join the meeting so that I can. By the way, I need to start that meeting. Yeah, give me a minute. I start it here, and then I'll be able to answer all those questions that you have. Yeah. Now, my question is: would you want this to be the end of the coaching program, or the coaching between me and you to guide you, or would you want it to be the beginning? If you want it to be the beginning, I'll be very happy to have you join in the Badass Pro coaching program. Yeah. Here's the last option, last opportunity before we close it for you to get all the 4 certification. Go to Lipa na M-Pesa, pay bill till number, buy goods and services 715732. International, you pay through PayPal, and that is how you're able to join the Badass Pro coaching program. Okay, I can see Liz has already joined on LinkedIn, not on the Zoom call. Join me on Zoom call, yeah. Joy, I will give you my number right away. It's only that I can't send a private message here. Yeah. Okay, pin the link. I can see it. Okay. Let me try and put the link again. Okay, that is not the link. Let me put the link. Once I get a little bit, 2-3 more people joining, then we are good to go. Oh, for me to pin the link, I need to go to. Let me see if I can pin that link. Pin the link. Okay, I need to go to YouTube, but I've posted the link again. Please check. If we can just stop posting the comments for a minute and people can be able to join. Oh, I can see a good number. Oh, Judith, thank you very much for joining us. Liz, there's someone with the Infinix. But I join. I wish anyone who paid actually join the Zoom call so that I can be able to okay, good. Someone is playing my video. I think that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Let me end this live broadcast so that I can shift and go and serve you on the Zoom call. Otherwise, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Has been my time. I'm out.